This is a historic moment in the climate debate. It truly is.
It is. It almost makes me wonder if he's planning to run for office or something because it's just such a monumental flip flop. And I seriously want to know, Mark, why now?
Well, there's a lot of reasons. But first of all, you mentioned his book. His book was called Bill Gates, How to Avoid a Climate Disaster. That's his big opus on the climate. Now, what's changed about the climate disaster? It's unbelievable. What he's saying now is it's time to put human welfare at the center of strategies. The climate will not lead to humanity's desires, human development high on the agenda. I mean, these are all opposite of everything Bill Gates has ever said. He sounds more like Trump now. And the answer is very simple. A, you had decades of failure with the climate debate to the point where, even Europe can't hold on to it, to the point where the Canadian Prime Minister earlier this year, one of his first acts, Mark Carney, World Economic Forum official, Central Bank of England and Canada, the head of it, comes in and zeroes out the carbon tax in Canada. You have the Green New Deal halted in Europe. You have the prime minister in Germany who's reversing their green goals. You have all this rebellion, the farmers rebelling across Europe. You have similar things happening in Australia. You have globally the whole agenda that people realize they can't hold the lies together, the solar, the wind. And then the next element of this is the Trump effect. Trump has come in since day one of his Trump 2.0, 100 climate actions, decimating the agenda, no real pushback at this point from anyone. I mean, they're just like laying low. And you have the UN conference, which just proceeded. It was proceeding beginning the week after next, and 100 nations aren't meeting their climate goals and could actually care less about meeting their climate goals.
Really?
So so the ultimate thing here, though, is it's AI. And I think what he's doing here is Bill Gates is trying to do an exclusive lease with Three Mile Island nuclear facility to get power for his AI ambition. Mark Zuckerberg's looking for a nuclear facility. Larry Fink of BlackRock has said solar and wind aren't going to power the AI data centers. We need fossil fuels, basically just admitting it. So all these tech overlords, they were against fossil fuels before they were for fossil fuels. I mean, they're all in. So with Bill Gates, I think it's a strategic move. He wants to get on Trump's good side. He's already really tried that, meetings at the White House. And there's also Trump's given out $100 million contracts to AI, big tech firms, which I don't like, from the Department of Defense. But the big thing is he realizes you can't power solar, wind. He just realizes the climate agenda is going nowhere. The COP29 was a failure of the UN summit last year. This summit is looking like a spectacular failure before it even begins. And I think he's just reading the room, so to speak, and he's doing that. Now, don't be deluded. He's still heavily invested in America's #1 farmland owner, according to NBC News. Fake meat, lab-grown meat. He's still funding Harvard University to block the sun to prevent global warming. He's tied in with the UN, the World Economic Forum, and the World Health Organization. He's by no means going away, but I think it's part of a whole stealth move, and he's basically just leaving the rhetoric of the AOCs and Bernie Sanders and the UN, which is in itself quite shocking.
Well, and to your point, it's not just rhetoric, and I do wonder, what does this say about the current state of climate hysteria just across the West? And just to flash back, let's talk about what we saw under the Joe Biden regime. Day one, they shut down the Keystone Pipeline, depriving thousands of Americans of jobs, right? They go after electric light bulbs, electric or gas-powered stoves, gas-powered cars. It felt like the height of the climate hysteria, and you had people destroying paintings, going after museums, literally gluing themselves to the street, Mark, to just stop traffic. Yeah. And now all of a sudden we're just supposed to forget about it, and it turns out the hysteria is going away, and actually we're going to be fine. I think we need more answers from Bill Gates about that flip-flop.
Yeah, I'd like to know more about his scientific process. Now, here's the bottom line with Bill Gates. I don't want to curse on air, but he knew this was BS in 1990. He knew the climate fear were BS in 2000. He knew the climate fears were complete and total scientific fraud in 2010. He knew the climate claims were complete, total con in 2020, and he knows it in 2025. The difference is it's all, as George W. Bush would say, it's strategery. It's all his strategy. He's adapting to the times, and this is what he's doing. And he's willing to get the animosity, and we've already seen it. We've seen Michael Mann, the ClimateGate professor, come out and attack Bill Gates viciously and say, I can't believe he's doing this, and all these rebuttals, and he's working up, he's setting himself up a debate with them, which serves his purpose vis-a-vis getting on Trump's good side and working with the administration.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.